Okay. Well, thank you everyone for taking out time on Sunday evening to join this webinar. Very much appreciated. It shows that you really wanted to take charge of your health. I'm not sure at which level you are. You might be doing some workout. You might be following some diet, specific diet, or might be you have some wellness goal. Whatever be the case, the rules or the idea that I'm going to share is applicable for each and every one of us, and it doesn't matter which age you are, which place you are. No, if you apply this thing, it can be applied by everybody, and you'll get benefit. So the first thing I'm going to share is the 33 rule. Anyone have any idea what does it mean, the 33 rule? You can probably know. I try to make it more interactive. No, you can just put yes, no, that's okay. That will be really helpful. Might be yes, no, 33 rule. What does it mean? Because it's not available anywhere. It's just my my understanding about it. Yeah, no worries. The 33 rule basically indicates the if you see the image, the 33, what does it mean is we spend more time in sitting, and if we sit more, so there is a phrase that is being very popular, that is called sitting is the new smoking. And if we sit more for more than 30 minutes, it actually impact our health. How does it impact? Because one of the important the insulin, it finds it difficult to carry the nutrients and the glucose to different cells to our body. So sitting more than 30 minutes definitely is affecting your health. So the 33 rule means if you are sitting for 30 minutes, at least stand for 3 minutes. You can do a little bit stretch out or just walk. That will do good. Sorry. Okay. So just keep it, remember the 33. No, this is a phrase, the longer we sit, the bigger our medical bills. And because of our, most of us work in IT, I guess, whatever our job is, we spend more time in sitting, we don't stand up from our desk. But if you just, it's not a difficult thing actually, right? If you just set the reminder in your phone and just put it, and after every 30 minutes, just take 3 minutes of break or something, right? Even if you stand up and can do work, that is absolutely okay, but don't sit more than 30 minutes at a time. That is one of the golden rule, right? Okay, moving ahead. Most of you know about the salad, the raw veggies. Why shall we include raw veggies in our diet? But may I know how many of you take the raw veggies in your diet regularly? Yes. Do any of you take the different varieties of vegetables on daily basis? Can I just see some chat, some comment in the chat? Yes, no. Hope you can message me in you can message, not daily, that's okay. See, the idea behind is why you should add raw veggies, because you will get different micronutrients, you will get the vitamins through the raw veggies, and basically it's easy to digest, right? Because it is the raw. Most of the times we end up eating the packaging foods, and those are processed, that is very difficult for digestions, and also you are not getting any nutrients. So the raw vegetables, try to add it. It's not that difficult. You can have the varieties, different colors. Try to mix up different colors, because each color has different benefits. For example, the carrot is basically useful for your eye health. Your tomato, basically the red color is basically helpful for your heart health, right? And like that, the white color basically helpful for your cellular health. So different varieties. If you can just add the cucumber, carrot, tomato, the beetroot, all have different variety, different colors, and that will that will help you to get all the different types of nutrients and vitamins. it's not no most people, most of my clients tell me that it's not tasty, but you can make it tasty, right? You can add a little bit of pink salt, or or some jaggery, or some nuts. You can add it and just mix it up. The idea is to have it on daily basis. Okay. Moving ahead is the question, and the question is, I like everybody to answer in the chat sections. At what time do you have your dinner? On daily, on a regular basis, at 5 o'clock, at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. If some of you can message in the chat, so that I know, the audience here, at what time do you have your dinner? No dinner? Okay, 8 p.m. away. That's nice. 9 p.m. Venki, that's great. That's great. I'm not sure who is test. Might be you can just put your name. Mohan, 9 p.m. Okay, that's great. So, so this is one thing, only breakfast and lunch for me. Okay, that's good. Before 10 p.m. now 7 p.m. Okay, okay, that's perfect. So I'll tell you, one of the fundamental things for of our stomach. If you have at least 3 hours before sleeping, not the dinner, if you have at least 3 hours before sleeping, it will help you, in digestion. So what happens, our stomach performs optimal during the daytime. For example, most of us having the 9 to 5 job, and till 4 p.m. if you don't have any work, right? And after that, your manager gives you a lot of work after 4 p.m. So the next 1 hour, it will be too much stress for you. The same thing happens for the stomach. The same thing happens for the stomach. The stomach performs, is in optimal, it can perform well during the daytime. After the sun sets, its function level decreases. So if we load more of, at late night to our stomach, it finds it difficult, right? And that's how the, for the digestions and the fat burning doesn't happen. So at least, because I know, because of the lifestyle, we, we may not have 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock before sunset, but at least before 8 o'clock, because the typical sleeping time is around 11 o'clock. So before 8 o'clock is the most good. At least I try to do at least 3 hours before dinner. That is one of the key parameters, key rules you can always help, you can always inculcate. Many times people tell me, they feel hungry at night. If they have the early dinner, then you can have a glass of milk. There's no worries, right? But the dinner should be as light as possible. And the other thing is, the dinner should be as light as possible. And the other thing is, it should be as early as possible. That is the main golden rule. I hope that is clear. Right? Moving ahead, 35 rule. So we heard about 33 rule. The next is 35 rule. Anyone have any idea what does that mean? 35 rule. Yes. Maybe someone can message. Okay, I'll go ahead. So 35 rule is very simple. See, now everybody knows that they have to be in some of the physical workout, right? They should do some exercise. That is the integral. That should be the integral part of our life. But what happens? Most of the times we don't have, we are so busy in our life, we don't have any time to do the exercise. But how many of you do exercise? Just like to hear any kind of physical workout, running, walking, jogging, Zumba, yoga, may know. Some of you probably can chat. How many of you are in some kind of physical activity as of today? I'll tell you one simple thing that will help you to cultivate that habit. Yes, 15 to 20 minutes daily, skipping and basing workout at home. That's really good. Test, can you please message your name so that I can address you by that? Exercise and walking, that's really good. Okay. Okay, perfect. Himanshu, okay. Thanks, Himanshu. That's good. So the 35 rule means 5 days you do your workout at least for 30 minutes. It means 150 minutes of physical workout in a week. That's the best. That is the basic thing that you can start with. You don't have to do for 60 minutes if you are not the beginner, right? And all. When any new client come to me, when we start a program, most of the time they don't even walk for 5,000 steps in a day, right? Recently I was running the challenge of 5,000 steps, and very few people were doing that. The idea behind is we have to be active on daily basis. So now what happens when I tell them they have to do 60 minutes of workout on daily basis, people think they don't have the time, and 60 minutes they cannot find out, right, how to do it. So it's just 60 minutes. If you can do it, is really good, but you don't have to do for 60 minutes for the beginner. You can start with 30 minutes, even if not 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute at least you can do the plank, right? Those who do plank, they understand how it's not so easy to do for 1 minute, even the plank exercise, right? So every minute counts, right? Don't underestimate the 5 minutes of exercise. You can do as simple as, right, just hold your hand and the jumping and all, just stress out. But the idea behind this, and if you can do minimum 150 minutes of physical workout in a week, you are good to go. There's the 35 rule. You can increase, you can take for 7 days, then you can just have to do for 20 minutes per day. But the idea behind this, minimum 150 minutes of physical workout. But even if you can't do 150 minutes of physical workout, but try to do at least per day 5 minutes. All right. That is the integral value. This is something you can't give excuse to ourselves. So exercise is very important, but you can start with very basic things. Fine. The next thing, yeah, is the next two pillars are so important that we tend to ignore, and those two are the proper sleep and stress management, and very few people talk about these things. I'll tell you, I'll give you a very simple example. For example, someone is in the weight loss program, right? For them, why the proper sleep is very important. Why? Because during the sleep only our body repairs, right? And one of the thing that you can do is you should avoid using your gadget, the mobile phone or the laptop, at least 1 hour before sleep. Why we have to do that? Because when we look at our screen, the blue light emits, right? Most of you know about that. The blue light emits, and because of that, the melatonin hormone get disturbed, and that melatonin hormone is very needed to get the proper sleep. So 1 hour before sleeping, if you can reduce your screen time, it can really help you, right? And also at the same time, the meditation, someone was asking me on that in the group, definitely the meditation will always help. And for that, you can have the 5 minutes of meditations. If you need specific understanding how to start with that, you can message me. I can guide you on that. But the important thing is 1 hour before sleeping, you try to avoid using your mobile phone, right? You might spend some quality time with your family, right? Might read some books, right? But that is one habit you should do, because nowadays we are so much attached to our mobile phone. Even before sleeping, we used to watch some videos and all and just fall asleep, and it really impact our health in the long run. And that's why for example, when for example, some of you might have 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler. When do you give 2-wheeler 4-hour towards servicing? At that time the engine stops. We need to stop our engine, and then only you can do the service, right? The same thing happens. If our mind is not calm, right, our body will not get repaired at night. So that is two important pillars: the sleep and the stress. Both we should take care for the overall well-being. Okay. Some of the bonus tips that you can take away from this. Okay. First thing, who is a cooking partner? May I know how many of you, what cooking vessel you use in your home? It might be aluminum, non-stick, iron, steel. Can I see some message? Yes. The vessel that you use in your kitchen. It might be aluminum, non-stick, iron, or a pot, or the steel. Can I see some message? Still generally, that's really good. Iron is still perfect. Vinita, right? Okay, so I'll give you one example that you can relate. See, most of the times we eat yes, away, that's good. We eat our food that is prepared in our home. Nowadays, the maximum food, the vegetable that we are getting from the market, most of you agree that it is already adulterated, right? It's already intoxicating because they use pesticides and all to grow up the vegetables. So what we are getting from the market, first of all, it is not so healthy, right? Even we are taking the vegetables. On the top of it, if you prepare those vegetables in aluminum or non-stick, we are adding more toxic toxin to that, right? But doing simple habit, simple switch to iron or to steel, you can reduce so much toxin that is getting inside your body. Same thing, most of the mother, they prepare the food, and for their kids, for the children, in the tiffin box, they wrap up with the aluminum foil. So the aluminum is really, really harmful because it lowers down your zinc, and it's a slow poison, right? So avoid using aluminum, even for the aluminum foil, right? Or for the packaging, you can use the butter cloth, right? That can help you. But non-stick and aluminum, you shall try to avoid from your kitchen, right? And you can switch to iron, that will give you the iron, and you'll not have the iron deficiency if you prepare in the iron. The only thing with the problem with the iron cookware is you just have to maintain it very carefully because it can break it down, and you cannot prepare soft fruit vegetables like the khatta things, right? The imli and all, but rest is okay. The other important is also available, and the steel, right? In steel also there are different grades, right? But just try to avoid using aluminum and non-stick. That's all. Okay. The next thing is cleansing our body. So much toxins anyway we are getting inside to our body, and it's very, very important to cleanse our body on daily basis. So what we can do to cleanse our body, add more vegetables in our diet, have some vegetable juice, or there are very, very simple things, right? There's so many detox things you can have. You can have more the coconut water, the buttermilk, right? There's subja seeds, right? That can help you to cleanse your body. The ashgod is very, very useful even for someone who is having fatty liver and all. The ashgod juice you can have, but that will help you to cleanse your body with the different toxins that we get inside. Okay. The next we'll move ahead. How many of you understand with this photo, with the slides, what I'm trying to tell over here? We end up eating actually what we buy, right? Next time when you go to grocery store to buy groceries for your home, I think that's where our habit starts, isn't it? If we start buying all the biscuits, the chips, all the packaging items, the cokes and all, ultimately we are abusing our body, right? You do remember something that is present at home, we end up eating that. Something that is the chocolates, if it is available in the refrigerator, we end up eating that. Instead of that, if we start keeping the healthy snacks in our kitchen, then it's a different story, right? Then we'll end up eating those things, the walnut, right? The nuts and all. There's so many, the good thing in India is there are hundreds of options, thousands of options. You can have khakra, tal makhana, like you just name it, right? You can get, but all these packaging items, the more you try to avoid, the better for you. So you cannot eat what you don't buy, right? So try, you can save some money in that, but instead of investing, in spending those money in those items, better try to switch something that suits to your health, right? that your body needs you. Okay, right? Any questions and any doubt on this? I hope I'm clear about it. I'm just trying to see any chat, right? Any question, any doubt on this topic? No? Okay. So next time when you go to grocery store, so how many of you would like to change this habit? When you next time when you go to grocery store, no? What you would like to buy? Because I know you would like to take take charge of your health. All this the reason if you look at, for example, how many of you like biscuits? Can you just raise hand and tell me how many of you like eating biscuits? And I'll tell you, you can right now you can go to your kitchen and I'll tell you to check one thing, right? I had biscuits. Okay, that's really good. Okay, I was a very I used to love biscuits a lot, right? But later I realized that all these things are trans fat and they are made up of palm oil. You can take any brand, right, from Britannia to anyone. If you have a biscuit at home, just go now in the kitchen and check the ingredients at what by which oil it is made of. You will see 99.99% of the time it's made up of palm oil, and it is the low quality oil, right? If we start consuming those, right, you may not see the effects in first day or second day, but actually it is impacting on health. And that's why in today's time you see more lifestyle disorder. The lifestyle disorder means what? The diabetic, right? The thyroid, the PCOD, right? These are not lifestyle diseases. They don't call lifestyle diseases. They call lifestyle disorder. Disorder means what? You are not following certain things in your lifestyle. The lifestyle is not in order, and that's why you are getting the lifestyle disorder, right? And that's why you have many cases like weight, obesity, the diabetes, right? The cholesterol, right? All those things. So try to avoid. In my home, I even don't buy all these things, right? I spend, instead of those money, I spend in the healthy things, right? And that's how we can make small changes in our daily life. If I remind, the first thing we talked about, the 33 rule. I hope it's very simple. The 33 rule, I think almost done. Okay, I'll summarize on this. Okay, yeah. The first thing we talked about, the 33 rule. 30 minutes. If you're sitting more than 30 minutes, take a 3-minute break. Just do stretch out, right? That can help you. The second thing is another rule we heard, the 35 rule. 30 minutes of exercise for 5 days in a week, 150 minutes minimum, right? That you try to have. Then we know about some of the kitchen rules, right? What you should not use in the kitchen. I didn't talk about the oil. That's might be I'll cover it sometime later. But at least we can start with the vessel that we are using at our kitchen, the right thing, right? Something that we should avoid buying all the packaging foods from the market. Few lifestyle tests, right? You can just answer yourself. You don't have to answer me. So are you adding healthy snacks option to your grocery cart? You should answer yourself. You don't have to answer me. Okay. Are your nutritional score is equivalent to your body type? Right? You may not know about it, but with some of the experts, and they can guide you on this. Are you using the right cooking vessels in your kitchen that we talked about? Are you using cold pressed mustard oil, coconut oil, or olive oil, right? Or there are many other oils, but is it cold pressed or is it refined oil, right? The coconut oil can be cold pressed or can be processed through refined, but both are different, and both have, one is good for health and one is bad for health, right? Are you doing exercise 5 days minimum, right, or 150 minutes in a week? Are you having proper sleep for 7 to 8 hours? This is the question you need to ask. If in some voice you hear whether how quality is your sleep, right? And all. Good biscuit suggestions, Mohan. Homemade. Right? It's difficult. The idea, because the thing is how they prepare it, right? In market, the problem is they want to get more profit, all right, and they can only do it by using low quality oil. So in most of the brand, you will see the manner they use the palm oil. I'm not saying that you can go in your kitchen and check the ingredients. So good biscuit suggestions. Don't go for the low fat biscuits and all. They are actually not low fat, right? They are just marketing creams. The best thing is the one that you prepare at home, for me at least. Okay. Are you doing exercise? Are you having proper sleep for 7 to 8 hours? Yes or no? Right? Are you able to manage stress levels? Most of us have different stress level, but are you able to do it? Because what happens if we have more stress? It affects our well-being. Are you cleaning your body daily and keeping hydrated? I'll tell you one important thing. At least you should have 8 glasses of water on daily basis. One of my clients, she used to have only one bottle, 1 liter of water on daily basis, and very less. So someone who is finding it difficult to have adequate amount of water, one habit. Please listen carefully. I'm telling you, and this will help you to build that habit. How you can have water. For example, if you work, what you can do is you can fill up 4 or 5 bottles of water, and you can keep those bottles in different places in your room where you sit maximum time. Might be in your kitchen, might be in your dining table, might be in the office table, right? Why? Because if when you look at the bottle near to you, for example, I have right now, it's very easy. Just sip it and drink it, right? Instead of me standing up and go and fill up the water bottle, because that takes little effort. So if you're finding it difficult to keep you also hydrated, it is one trick can help you. Okay. And are you having peace of mind? That's the thing you should know. So how to take care? A holistic approach always should be. Now, it is not the same thing for each and everyone, but what other things that I cover, it should suit to everybody. The optimal balanced meal, the regular exercise, the cleansing our body, and healthy sleep habits, and managing stress levels, right? Okay, thank you so much. You can